the employer basically was frustrating the situation and denying my claim, well, through the insurance company. It was a situation where I was, I think, pretty obviously entitled to disability coverage, and after getting all the medical records to them and doing everything that the insurance company had asked, basically they kept denying the claim. And I didn't know what to do at that point. And just in a matter of chance, I encountered David's ad in the paper, and I thought, well, I have no other recourse at this point, so I thought I'd call. At that point, the efforts were really just cooperating with the insurance company, and that had gone on probably about 6 to 8 months at that point. So it was 6 to 8 months without income, which when you hear the word insurance, you think of it, it's a guarantee to cover you in case of a loss. Something that I paid into as well as the company. Being an accountant, take the one that's, if you pay into it, then you don't pay tax if you should ever need it. But believe me, I never thought I would ever need it. I've never collected anything else for a day in my life. And David was there when I needed it, and certainly in a very compassionate way. His staff and him meeting with me and basically explaining to me what the options were, how the process would work, and it wouldn't be a short process either. I mean, they try, but the insurance companies still try to frustrate. I wasn't thinking in a normal fashion. I was at that point with a depression type illness, not really going and exploring things the way I probably would do in a normal sense. And I guess for the first 6 months, the expectation was I could handle it myself. I could handle everything else in my life myself. This is an obvious claim. Why should there be a problem? Oh, I think, well, I've dealt with a lot of lawyers through business, so I probably have more respect for the lawyers than maybe some of the average people off the street that have distrust and natural distrust of lawyers, and so I didn't have any of that preconceived notion. I was just more curious as to the process and how we would go about doing this, and obviously how much it would cost and how it would be done. And David was very good at explaining the contingency basis that they utilize and how it works. And David and his team were very good, always willing to answer and talk to you, and I don't know whether I badgered them more than the average client, but the frustration is that you don't get any answers. Well, once you engage David and his team, they're the ones that you should really have to contact with the insurance company or going forward. So they were very good at keeping me informed of what was going on at that point. We undertook to have a discovery, I believe, and just waiting in line for that. It took, I think, around 6 months to do that. Still from probably the time I talked to David initially. David and his team, they prepare you very well for that. I mean, it's explaining what you're going to encounter and how they're going to badger you and how the process is going to go, and they're there to support you, and he knows your case, and he studied your case, and he knows the pertinent details. So it still was frustrating. I mean, I wasn't 100% better at that point, and having David and his team behind you, and actually walking there, being there with you, was very supportive. The case has been settled. We did it on the spot. We came to an agreement that day. And again, David was very clear in the option. I mean, nobody knows 100% if you're going to recover fully, when you're going to recover. There's always a chance for relapse in certain instances. And at that point, I certainly wasn't aware of all the options and how well I was going to be and how quickly that was going to be. But at that point, I was probably almost a year without any income. So there is that desire to settle the case at that point. But then is it too low? Is it? It's never too high, I don't think.
Yeah.
But it worked out to be fairly. I think it helped. It helped resolve a lot of things. Then you don't have to worry about money for a while. I can concentrate on getting better. And this is what it enabled me to do.